So this whole thing has built up to where we are now to prove to the world that the control that we have been under has been broken.
Trump has two primary things that he wants accomplished during his presidency and to be remembered for accomplishing, not just for America, but for the world: honest elections
Yep.
and honest money. And they actually go in that sequence, and everybody needs to brace themselves. In the US, 85% of the bond fraud that's going on in the US, it's all tied to schools, school districts. And that bond fraud is so extensive that at a bare ass minimum, you'll lose 600 banks. You have an existential crisis. It's an L event. It's an extinction level event within the monetary community that we're right on the brink of. The largest country in the world is still the British Commonwealth. They act like a union of states at some level, with the crown operating at the top. And so we're still fighting the Revolutionary War.
They've been in charge, control over Canada and Australia and New Zealand and one in Greenland. They sent their troops over, and then they got a phone call and they had an hour to depart because you either depart or we're going to do 100% tariffs.
It's all pre-planned. Albert Pike was talking about it before World War One, and he outlined World War II and the Third World, which is basically against the Zionists and the Muslims.
Why is Trump doing what he's doing in Iran first and Venezuela before that, and some of the other actions? Because this is a globalist attack by nation states across the world on the U.S. election. What Trump has done, moving towards the mother of all conflicts over election fraud and financial fraud, is he's taking away the ability to distract America and the world with some kind of Iran-led attack and terrorism, some type of Venezuelan-led attack and terrorism.
So the financial connections that we're talking about, you have Iran's newly named supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, has been secretly building a property and financial empire worth over 100 million pounds across the United Kingdom, Europe, and the Gulf. And King Charles, as a lot of people are saying, when he was Prince Charles, converted to Islam. I think we're starting to see that the financial connections are deep between England and Iran and all these other countries that are giving us some problems, which Trump is cleaning up. I think we're going to see, Juan, you have really been focused on Tina Peters. I really think she's about to be released. We've had the governor of Colorado say he feels bad because there was a Democrat that was convicted of the same thing and she got off light. And so he feels really bad about that. So he's looking at letting Tina Peters off.
America has been bankrupted, and you're about to have a existential life and death experience for America in a way that it defies almost explanation. This is a big deal.
Yeah, it's like a second revolution, like we've been talking about. This is all pre-planned.
We can go back to factory settings. And there was a lot of thought that went into this on how elections are conducted and held. And we're coming up on, here's why this doesn't work. Here's where it is a problem. At some point, return to factory settings. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I love it. Yeah. Returning to the factory settings, it brings back the Republic. Taken away in 1871, and this unconstitutional corporation that started to infiltrate and infiltrated to every state down to all the way to the county level. We have to turn all of that back around.